I think we have always believed in this saying. I think just as Tibet has this, every other community also has this hope for the best, prepare for the worst. And His Holiness keeps repeating this, reminding us about this. So we hope for the best that the Chinese government is stable and it has a mindset to look after the welfare of its people rather than control, just controlling. Because presently the communist leadership understands only one thing: economic development for any kind of problem or conflict within the community. So they fail to understand the larger aspiration of the people. So in that sense, I think they need to redirect, they really introspect as to what people really want, or what they wanted when they themselves were suffering, including President Xi himself. Look into the past and look into your own emotions and see how you were treated. And now that you are the president, how would you want other people to live in freedom? And unfortunately, it is going the other way around. So on the issue, on the Sino-Tibet conflict, so far, His Holiness, when His Holiness started thinking about the middle way approach, which is Buddhist philosophy, of course, there can be a lot of interpretation about the polarities of the middle, but then I think politically, all we can say is the one polarity is the independent status of Tibet historically, and the other polarity is the situation of Tibet under Chinese control right now. So we have to find a middle way there. And when you talk about 1973, if you go back in time, we're talking about the throes of Cultural Revolution where everything is being destroyed, not only inside Tibet, but in the whole of China. So there was a big threat to the very survival of the identity of the Tibetan people. And that, I think, was one of the reasons why His Holiness decided to go for it. And then, of course, the other reason is that there are no countries in this world who recognize government in exile. And we didn't also push for that from the time India decided not to recognize the government in exile. So that being the case, there may be a lot of opportunities, so I think we have to definitely keep all our options open, but then we are committed to the middle way policy. And as the 16th cabinet, we decided to change our strategy a little bit, our tactic a little bit in presenting the case to the international community, talk more about the independent status of Tibet historically, that there should be some recognition to the historical status. Otherwise, there's no value for the middle way, because people don't understand that His Holiness has stepped down from independence to middle way. And when countries keep repeating this statement at the behest of the Chinese government that Tibet is part of People's Republic of China all the time, then they are trying to gain the legitimacy from the international community, because the Chinese government knows that they have no legitimacy of their control over Tibet. So all these doesn't add up. The international community's reaction, on the one hand, supporting a negotiation between representative of His Holiness Dalai Lama and the Chinese government, and on the other hand, repeating this statement that Tibet is part of PRC, then China rules Tibet with an iron hand. Then where is the reason for China to come and talk to us, even though you support negotiation? So you are not speaking from high ground, you are speaking from a very low ground, even if anything happens.